We're back to the Neil Haley Show, and I'm excited first to welcome my co-host Paul Hollis, the author of the Hollow Man and Seniors Publishing and Hollow Man Publishing series. How are you, Paul?
I'm doing great today. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our guest is an entrepreneur, comic book, but he has an amazing story, Castro. Castro, thanks for stopping by. So let's talk about this because the health story is a lot to do with your business, doesn't it? In so many ways.
Yes, actually, if it wasn't for the health situation, I don't think the business would have ever got started. So it started back in 2021, I want to say. I got diagnosed with heart failure. I was told I was dying. I was bedridden for months, easily 3 or 4 months. And in that time, I started learning how to draw, started learning how to, do kind of things like that. And then from that came Bad Wabbit, which is my main character for my comic book. And he just kind of gravitated into the comic book industry, I guess, and took me with him because it was kind of like people wanted to see him on a comic book page. And I kind of just went through everything I could to finally get him there. And that's what happened. DMW Comics was born through that.
So based on the comics being born through that, kind of explain to me. So you started your comics, but are you doing it for other people too? Not just with what you're doing with your book?
No, right now I'm just doing mine. I am working with Chris Philbrook. He's an amazing author, and he edited my comic book. But outside of that, I'm really just kind of focusing on my thing. Like I said, I am, unfortunately, I'm dying of heart failure. It's something I've come to terms with and I've completely accepted. But because I have sand going through the hourglass so fast, I'm trying to get as much of my comic book out there as possible. It is kind of like I think that it would help people. In my comic book, I'm trying to kind of show people that no matter how low you fall, no matter how rock bottom you feel, there's always a way to come back. There's always,
Oh, yeah.
there's this. It's a real redemption story. Bad Wabbit, my main character, when we first meet him, he's totally an alcoholic, totally burnt out, hates everybody, doesn't want anything to do with anybody. And then throughout the series, I plan on showing how he meets people who affect him in a way that profoundly changes his mental state and his thought about himself and others, and brings him back from the brink, basically.
So
And it's going to
Castro,
be really cool.
Castro, what is happening? What when you said you're dying of heart failure? How long do you have left?
Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of like having a time bomb in your chest. You know it's ticking down, but you don't know when it's going off.
Have you
Uh,
seen any other other opinions to fix?
yes, I've been to so many doctors. I've been to many, many doctors. It's just ridiculous. I don't have insurance, unfortunately. So when you don't have insurance in America, you don't get the best care, unfortunately. But I'm doing what I can. I take hundreds of pills a day, and it's kind of like having a hole in a boat. It's filling up, and the pills just give me a bigger bucket, but at the same time, the hole's getting bigger. So eventually, the bucket's not going to do the job. So I'm just doing what I can while I'm here and trying to leave a legacy behind for my kids, trying to help out who I can while I'm here, and do the best, do the best I can with the life I got left. I've changed profoundly. I was Bad Wabbit. I was an alcoholic. I was smoking 2, 3 packs a day. Didn't want anything to do with people. But after being diagnosed, I had to change my life, you know, very, very much. And so, I've changed a lot, quit drinking, quit smoking, started being a little bit more social and helpful towards others. And I just, it's been a blessing to be able to see the change in myself and inspire others to change as well.
Go, go, Paul, with your question.
Anthony, that's a fascinating story. I wish more of us had your courage and stamina to then continue to do things. And it sounds like Bad Wabbit is a very impressive character that we need to get out there to our bigger audience, right?
Oh, yes. I would very much like everybody to get a hold of Bad Wabbit. And I only have the first issue coming out right now. but like I said, it's the first issue in a grander story. So
Sure.
throughout the story, we're going to get flashbacks of Bad Wabbit's life and who he was, how he, like, all the way back to when he was a kid, all the way up to where he is now, and what caused him to be the way he is. And so, because, like, I think people see somebody in a really bad state, and they see him as an alcoholic, as this person, but they don't understand the things that it took to get them there. And I
Yeah.
think that it's very important to explain those things, so that not only do you understand the person, but as you see this bad wabbit, as you see him come back from the brink, you understand all the things he's overcoming. And I think that's really important for everybody to understand.
It sounds like it's so much. And what you have, I want you not to give up, because there's doctors out there that are going to be listening, especially with how you now know Neil the Media Giant Haley. Maybe we'll find a doctor that'll be able to cure you because you've really made that transformation. There's miracles that always happen, and if there's ways to bring out those miracles, I would love Mark Miro to know your story. I would love DDP to know your story. These are people that I'm friends with. Mark Miro, I'm going to definitely reach out to Mark. I'm thinking of different influencers, of celebrities that can get this story out. And you need to start creating content to get this story out, because people have to understand that you're a redemption story. You're going out there and doing that. And this is just the beginning for you, man, to keep going out there and doing that. Where's the best place people can go ahead and purchase your comic and stuff? Can they go?
Well, right now we're doing a Kickstarter. It's fully funded as far as how our main goal was 3,000. We're at 3,335, I think, right now. But we definitely could use more. There's stretch goals that need to be unlocked, alternate covers and stuff like that we're trying to get out there. The alternate covers are by different artists, so that's a way to get other artists out there and get their work noticed and stuff. But I am under dmwcomics.com. You can find me there. Go to my social tab on there, and it literally has everything that you could possibly find me. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And you can find me just about anywhere. And the Kickstarter's on there as well. So definitely go check it out. I've got cool stuff on there, and I do a blog and all that good stuff.
Appreciate it, sir. Thanks again for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
All right, you're listening
Fascinating.
to watching the Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.